second camera. I just need to.
Yeah. Can we go ahead and go back there, or you want us to?
There goes Allie again. She's one of the skydivers.
What?
Yeah.
And then, but you're. So do you skydive? Was it your first?
I've got over 1,000 jumps.
Actually,
I got almost 1,100 jumps. She's got about 300.
What?
Yeah. I tell you where she works at is 5 Points Pizza over here on the other side of the park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you guys in a like skydiving club or something?
Yeah. Well, I don't really call it a club.
But
Tullahoma.
Is that
It's just a drop zone, and it's like a business. Just like you go to McDonald's and have a burger.
We
go there and do jumps.
Well,
I told you I took Jeff Carr.
Yeah, down to Tullahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I got a couple pictures of it. I got the video on my computer.
He was an interesting one. I was telling after that first one at the library when I was leaving because my kids were young then. He was coming back from the bathroom. He's like, when I get in there, he's like, I need you in there. You know, he was just playing around. But I think because it blew some people away. They're like, wasn't expecting this turn of events.
Yeah. Well, when you said which part was it again?
When I was like, I got a 4-fold platform.
Oh yeah. You said vote for somebody else. Yeah, all that. That was funny. Yeah. I was like, what?
That's what I was telling David. What kind of bird is that? I have those in my neighborhood.
Those are buzzards.
Both of them?
They're buzzards. Well, I can't tell. Either hawks or buzzards. I don't have my sunglasses right now.
Yeah, they're hard to see.
Yeah, they got very similar looking wings, but I think that maybe
one told
buzzards.
me that one of them wobbles more. They're like the flight pattern.
Probably buzzards do that, yeah, because they're bigger. Hawks are more slick and agile, you know.
But they both do kind of ride the thermal.
Yeah.
Up there.
Oh yeah. All birds do that.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit, I don't know anything about birds.
If you think that flies can do that, you know.
Well, can we go in there?
Sure. Yeah. Let's go in. So what do you?
You're tethered.
What kind of project do you have going here?
Dude, I don't know. I'll just be honest.
Really?
Just like with the.
Come on, get your tripod.
All right.
Just like with the damn mayoral run.
Yeah.
Just throw my hat in there and just see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but yeah, this is my natural habitat.
I remember you saying that because I remember you telling
mechanic work. Yeah.
Telling you started telling Jeff that you were like, you're a car, I'm a mechanic, maybe we could work together or whatever. I was like, there we go.
Well, yeah, no, what it was, it was kind of a run on words, meaning, his last name's Carr. I work on cars, so yeah, you got Jeff Carr over here and you got Jeff Napier. Jeff Napier works on cars. Fixes cars.
Why don't you get the real deal?
Yeah. I just try to make something funny of it because, first thing, I fell off the music bus at birth. I'll never be a musician. And I'm a pretty failed comedian as well, so that's your job.
I might have failed at that one also.
You do pretty well. You do pretty well.
I tried.
Yeah. You do pretty well at it. But yeah, this is what I've done for 38 years now. And
you said Carl Dean made you retire. What was the
bunch of us?
Was that buyouts or what would you call that?
No, just pressure to go ahead and leave Metro. When
the older was it mostly the older employees that would get bigger pensions when they
exactly.
So it's a money.
Because I had like 14 years in, and one day we show up and our supervisor, our shop manager that used to be there was no longer there. And this new guy's in there, and they call a meeting in the break room.
They didn't let you know you had a new supervisor?
Nope. He shows up, and we have a meeting. He's wringing his hands. Says, all right, all you Metro people, you have 90 days to quit, retire, resign, something. If after 90 days you don't leave, we're going to make life hard on you till you leave. If after that 90 days you don't leave, we'll write you up till we fire you. I went with Plan C. And
that was the buyout?
I waited the last minute to quit.
Oh, it was a quit?
Well, I've got my retirement.
Okay.
I just don't get it till I'm 61.
Was it, how old are you now?
I'm 53.
Dang.
Yeah.
They make you wait for that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, what were they privatizing the fleet management?
They're trying to.
Okay.
They're trying to. So I still got the jacket.
Yeah, that's what I saw that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to. Well, they're sending the police cars and stuff to dealers and stuff to get done for the brakes.
Yeah.
Simple jobs like brakes. They're spending $500 to $900 on brake jobs that we can do in-house for 100. You know?
So where's the money get saved?
It don't.
Okay.
It don't. They're
Plain and
blowing money.
simple,
They're spending most of liberal Nashville, you know?
Oh, dude.
And, you know, and my whole point was really just to make good connections to see if maybe I could score the fleet director job or something, you know? You know, and I didn't know who would get elected. I really didn't think Briley would get it, but, you know, as time went on, I kind of figured he would because he had all the big campaign and all the money and stuff, you know?
He had the machine. He had the machine in place.
Yeah.
And I think,
and that's why I was
talking about Reverend Carr. I think he pointed that out. A short campaign only benefits those who already have.
Yeah, that already in. Yeah.
Yeah, that have it set up.
Well, I mean, I personally think I'd never heard any confirmation, but I personally think that Briley paid Ludi off to do the lawsuit.
Dude,
everybody thinks that.
Because I was like, why is no one covering the story about the guy who made the lawsuit, won, and then dropped out? That makes you got what you wanted, and then you leave? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. But how would that have gone down? I don't.
It would gave us all more time to get out there and get our name out there and stuff, and give everybody more time to make their case and show who was really the best one for the job. You know, and like I was, and I'm not gonna lie, I was buddying up with Carol. I was trying to buddy up with Ralph. That's kind of hard to do. And of course,
it was hard, yeah.
And you know, and even Harold Love. You know, I was talking to them because I thought they were all good, strong candidates to possibly win it. And you know, because my thing was, you know, I've made really good friends with Jeff Carr. You know, he's a great guy. You know, I've even fixed his car and everything. Fixed his real car in real life. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he brought it over here and nobody else could fix it. I nailed it down. But
wow.
Yeah, next day he sent me a text saying he made it through MARTA with green colors, with flying colors.
Okay.
But anyway, but you know, my reasoning behind that was, you know, to make friends in the right places, so I can't get my Metro job back, but like as a director or something, you know, get an upper management of fleet.
Would you want to be like a supervisor at
I'd
a
rather
shop?
be director of fleet.
That's probably a really cush job that goes to.
If they let me take over the directorship of fleet, you know, the whole fleet, every vehicle Metro's got, because it's all in one house now. Everything, it's all in one house now. But if they let me take it over, first thing I do is I'd separate it so that Nancy Whittemore's hands are off of it. That's your problem right there. First thing, she knows nothing about vehicles. All she knows is business. And put fleet all in one house.
What is her position?
She's general services director, I think.
So is she over fleet management?
She's over all of it.
Dang.
Fleet,
okay.
Public Works.
How'd she get that job? Was that kind of a back scratching type?
I think so. She came in with Carl Dean, I think.
Okay.
If I remember right, it seemed like she was one of his buddies. Just a buddy system.
Dude, it is.
Yeah.
But what? So you were trying to kind of work that deal, but.
Yeah, I was in the background, kind of like being, you know, friending with people, and I'm, you know, and not like fake friendships, because I'm, you know, good friends with Jeff Carr and even Carl and Alfred. He called me a couple weeks ago to do a repair on a vehicle.
Really,
yeah.
Dude, that's great. I was about to send him an email.
Yeah.
To that I'll tell him we talked. Yeah, because I was like, I really enjoyed meeting him, hanging out with him, and then I found out, I guess, does he have a minor league basketball team or something?
I don't really know.
He travels with some small basketball. And I was like,
he's involved with a private school too.
He just seems like a really good guy, I guess. And so I was like,
Yeah.
I want to know more of this guy's story. And I just thought it was so sad. Back to your point about how short the campaign was. You didn't get to meet these people and understand that they're real people with real lives.
Yeah. And people didn't. You know, we just didn't get a chance to get our name out there. Like Jeff Carr, honestly, Jeff Carr could have won it.
You think so?
I honestly do believe so, 100% believe it. And here's why. He led the no tax for tracks thing.
I remember that.
If you remember, it was like 70-something thousand to 70 to a really low number, like 20 or 40,000. Okay, look at the number of votes that voted for or voted against tax for tracks, which was Jeff Carr's people, and then how many voted for Briley. It's like almost to the number of the ones that voted for Briley that voted for tax for tracks. The ones that voted against tax for tracks, what happened basically is they took the white flag and never came back around and took the checkered flag. They voted tax for tracks down, but they didn't come back and finish the job by voting Briley out. Jeff Carr could have won it.
He's an interesting man, and it seems like he's got a charisma and a sincerity that people appreciate. Because I think what you're kind of saying, maybe, or at least what I took from it, is that Briley was kind of just a placeholder until someone else comes along, and he might still be. Who knows?
No, Briley's gotten himself out of office.
You don't think
he's done too much stuff that's causing too much trouble? You know, like starting with the raises. You know, the police and fire department and all that, and of course, all the Metro.
Not giving the raises.
Well, they promised it, and then they pulled it back so they could have their soccer. The soccer thing in itself is crooked as a snake. You know, I'm not against the soccer thing. I'm not against any sport come here. They're welcome to come here. Just don't do it on Metro's dime. Those people are millionaires. They can afford to do it themselves, just like anybody else. And the whole part about it being at the fairgrounds. Why the fairgrounds? Why couldn't it be over at Metro Center or somewhere else? And then on top of that,
well, they've been trying to squeeze the fairgrounds with something forever. Like Dean proposed the
they've been trying to take it away because they don't
Right.
like racing. They want that property because it's prime real estate, high dollar stuff.
Right.
And they've got their hands in it. And then you got Briley, of course, with the the most recent was like the parade thing.
Oh God, I forgot.
The parade where they pulled Kid Rock out. Well,
give it to someone, take it away. Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm a Kid Rock fan. I'm not. I mean, he's okay. I'm not by any means against Kid Rock. I've never met the guy. I'll take it back. I have met him once, and he seemed nice to me. I didn't have a problem with him. Waffle House kid. What's his name?
James Shaw.
James Shaw. Yeah. His time in the spotlight's done, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he did a great thing, but at the same time, and it was all during our campaign. You got the guy at the Burger King that took bullets for his employees. That guy's a hero. He actually took bullets and shot one of the robbers. Why is he not being recognized like that? Or the church guy?
Yeah,
the guy in Antioch.
Right.
Yeah. But
wow, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. You may not know it too. My ears are always popping. I don't know if you ever know. I do that all the time. That's because my ears are always popping.
Why is that?
It's called eustachian tube dysfunction.
Oh, with your tubes?
Yeah, between my ears and my throat. Yeah, the right ear. I had a truck tire explode in my face in Metro.
Really?
Yeah, sent me to Vanderbilt.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So with that said, I've got a tube problem on the right ear.
Okay.
And I even had
Do you get ear
in.
infections at all, or?
Not bad sometimes.
Did you when you were a kid? Did you get it?
Sometimes, yeah.
My daughter she gets ear infections, and so they were saying like if it keeps happening, they would. I guess now they have something they put in there. They do something with the tubes.
Well, tubes. They put a tube in your ear. I've actually had them before.
Oh, really? Did it work?
Yeah. I mean, it did that. Yeah. It's weird because it changes your hearing. I was tone deaf to bass for a while, for about a month. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like if you're a musician, it's not for you. But and then just like on the campaign and stuff with my ears the way they are, the public speaking. So I'm not a good public speaker in the first place, and speaking to small groups, I was okay. But when it got big enough to use a microphone, that just totally just screwed me up.
Did you do any of there were a couple radio things? Yeah.
With Sharon Kay over at Fisk Radio.
Okay.
Nice lady. Very nice lady. Very good interview. Very nice lady. And it was funny because Ralph came in right behind me. Treated her like a second-rate citizen.
Really?
Kept over-talking her stuff. She couldn't even get a question in, and he just rapping off his sales pitch,
Sorry to hear that. But he's got a voice for radio.
Yeah. Well, he's experienced with it too. So.
That's like when I was like, no, duh, that's the radio guy. When you hear him talk,
exactly.
you're like,
know that, yeah.
I could just listen to him. Like, I don't even have to agree with you. I just want to hear your voice.
Yeah. Well, before, I had never even heard of him before.
Neither had I, but I guess he has a following.
Yeah. Well, bigger than mine for sure.
Yeah, bigger than mine.
He shot himself in the foot, though.
At
that forum.
Dude, and I was like,
that was funny.
To me, the story at that forum was that Briley.
You looked at me, were like, whoa. Yeah, that was funny.
Like, I told someone, I was like, he's crazier than I am.
Yeah.
You're saying that here?
Yeah. In this location, too, at Meharry.
That's what I was like.
That was at Meharry.
But then I was like, but hey, he's got his right to voice his opinion. If you disagree with it, present countering evidence.
See, the thing is, there's ways of saying stuff without being so harsh about it,
Yeah.
But that's what he did, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. Dude, I gotta pee. Can I pee back here?
Yeah, that or you can go out. You can go in the bath.
Yeah, so Briley's the obvious one, and Carol. Everyone's gonna know Briley and Carol Swain.
Briley, Carol,
because they were kind of
Harold Love, Erica, Ralph, Jeff Carr, me, Carlin Alford, Julia Clark Johnson, Albert Hacker, you, and let me see who else was there.
I know of one that you're missing.
Well, I mean Ludi, but we don't count.
Yeah.
We don't count Ludi. And then there was Highland.
Yep. I was like
David Highland.
Yep. Did you ever talk to him?
Occasionally, he was kind of hard to get to know.
Yeah, he seemed
Kind of uptight.
Yeah.
Well, he had that military. He was ex-military, just like me. I'm ex-military as well.
Oh, is he? Okay.
But he kind of had that. He still had that soldier mentality. Kind of thing, and seemed like a nice guy. Just kind of had that mentality about him. Which is not a bad thing. It could be even a good thing.
Yeah. What branch were you in?
I was Army.
How long?
3 years. I just did my 3 years and got out.
Was it a good experience?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I actually was going to re-enlist, but they couldn't give me the MOS I wanted, so I just got on out.
What's that mean, MOS?
MOS is your job.
Okay.
Mine was Stinger missile. You see it on TV a lot on movies. The shoulder-fired missile that shoots airplanes. That's what I did.
What?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, air defense artillery.
Dang. So you've fired those?
Yeah, live fired. Yeah. At what they call it, there's a system they call BATS, B-A-T-S. It's ballistic aerial target system or something. They're orange missiles basically. They're like kind of almost like fireworks. They're big, giant, like 12-foot long rockets. And they shoot them up in the air, and all they do is shoot up and go down. They're not guided or nothing. And
Oh,
shoot
okay.
them, And then we'd fire those and blow them up.
Wow.
That was fun.
So you think with the shortness of the campaign that your particular message kind of got lost with a lot of the others?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just lack of name recognition, lack of exposure, lack of media exposure. And see, something else is the media was very biased towards your big names. Carol and Ralph and Briley, mostly Carol and Ralph. They're the ones that got most of the media coverage. The lower guys like us, we didn't get nothing. We did get Fox 17 though.
Yeah.
That was great. Erica and Scott were great people. Matter of fact, Erica just now she's leaving Fox.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Erica Curry.
Did you go on Fox 17?
Yeah, you were too. Well, you did a phone interview.
Yeah, from the beach. Yeah, I was drinking a beer out in the parking lot.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Because I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt a bit.
So you felt there was a media bias?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, Ralph, of course, he has 99.7 in his pocket. He used to work for him, so.
But did they ask him to leave? How did that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I know that there was something there, and he left them for whatever reasons. I don't know.
Right.
What it
I don't know
was.
the story either.
So I can't say either way on that. I just know that it happened. And of course, Carol got a lot of coverage on that. And Harold Love got a little bit interview, a little bit, I think, maybe one or two, maybe. But I mean, it seems like every other day, Ralph and Carol were on.
They were the ones.
And Ralph actually gave me the email and all the contact information for the guy that runs the thing over there. Never even responded to me.
Really?
Yep, I sent him messages, emails, and stuff.
At 99.7?
Huh? Yeah, 99.7. Yeah. And Hacker tried. Hacker actually got on, but I think he had to push the issue.
At 99.7? Mm-hmm. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was actually getting off the interstate at Tullahoma to go skydiving one day, and I heard him on.
Really?
Yeah. So I turned it up and listened to his interview.
But
the funny thing is, they never really asked him really a whole lot of anything about what his, the political side of his campaign. All they talked about is his looks and his tallness and his looking like a model and stuff, and he needs to be,
modeling
and stuff and all this.
He's a handsome man, and he dresses well.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't judge other guys' appearance, but okay,
Well, I just noticed he was the only one in the three-piece at the first forum. I was like, dadgum, this is a pro right here.
Yeah.
And there I am in my black polo.
I was in a suit, kind of, more or less.
I remember you had a jacket on.
Yeah.
I think you still had your blue jeans on.
Yeah, Levi's and a black jacket and whatever color shirt for the day and tie.
You feel that media bias was also there in the print media?
Everything. Well, I mean, I can't say print. Well, as far as like the Tennessean, they covered everybody.
Yeah.
But as far as, they did their reports on who was who and all that. But then, there will still be a few reports here and there come out, stories about, this or that or whatever that one of the bigger names did,
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, especially video and audio in media, it was definitely a bias. And then, because I was expecting, and I'm not, I wasn't like hounding for it and looking for it. I'm not like a publicity, nut. But, I was expecting to get more of the media, like news and stuff, like, Talk of the Town and stuff like that. Never even heard from them.
Really?
Fox 17 was the only one that put us on.
Do you feel that you were able to get your message across on Fox 17?
Well, I did the best I could in the 5 minutes that I had.
Gotcha.
And and I watched it after the fact, and I was like, well, I was talking really fast, and trying to cover everything.
You kind of have to.
You've got so much
Mm-hmm.
to say in such a short little time. So that it was kind of like, I had to try to walk to the edge of not talking too fast to where I can't be understood, but enough to get what I want to say out. And I mean, what you want to say takes hours. You can't do it in 5 minutes.
It's hard. But I mean, it seems like you did connect with a few people out there.
Yeah, got 141 votes.
There you go. You think you'll do it again?
I have no idea. I really seriously doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, because, there is a downside to everything. And I found out how dirty that stuff can be, too. Because here I am, one of the lower-end candidates, and some jackass reporter's going to make a fake story about me.
Oh, what happened?
I ain't going to say it on the air.
Okay.
I ain't going to say it. I'll tell you off the...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you off the record.
So you feel like putting yourself out there, you also expose yourself to some...
Shysters or whatever you'll call them, yeah. And the thing is, the story that came out was fake.
Really?
Totally fake.
Dang.
It was all made up. If you look at the pictures they posted, if you take them and blow them up, you can see they're photoshopped.
Okay.
It's all fake stuff,
Yeah.
And I don't know why I would have been targeted for that when I'm not even a threat to winning,
That is funny. It's like you're not even, I mean, at least for some of us, the lower tier ones, like we're not even real contenders. We just want to be able to share our mind.
Yeah.
And, share our ideas, speak our mind.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, and if I would have won, I would have done it and I would have done the job, but I'm not, I wasn't expecting to win because, I mean, I am a realist too. I see things for where they really are.
Dude, and that was my whole thing. They're like, well, you said don't vote for you. I was like, I'm not gonna get 40,000 votes. Let's be real here.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I totally expected Jeff Carr to get it. I really did. Just because he was the leader of the No Tax
like
for Tracks.
Coming right after that.
Looking at the numbers, I really thought they'd come back and finish the job, but they didn't. What happened was, and I heard the term on the news, voter, what they call that, where they get tired and lazy. Voter
fatigue.
Voter fatigue.
Because there's so many things, so many,
and they came out and voted on the tax on the referendum for the transit, but then they got lazy and didn't come back because they're like, they're done. I'm done voting.
When it seems like a
if
lot of
people
that
come back and voted, Carr would have got it.
They a lot of that vote also might have split between some other candidates that were running.
Well, here's the thing: is if you take all the votes, I'm talking about take everybody's votes, everybody's. You're 90, my 141, on up through Carroll and Briley and all them. And exclude Briley, take everybody's from Carroll to you, and add them all together. Briley still got the same amount of percentage, 56%. Nobody could touch him. It's because he outmoneyed us. I crunched the numbers on it, and I can't say what like Carroll did and Jeff Carter, everybody, but like for myself, I spent $2,000. And I got 141 votes. You spent, I think, nothing or whatever. You got 90. But if you look at the money on it, votes are somewhere between $12 and $14. $12 to $16 a vote.
Okay.
And if you look at Briley's numbers, I think it added up to about that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sure did.
Do you got $12 on you?
Yeah, I got a little bit.
Well, cool, man. I don't want to waste your day. I think
you're fine, man.
I think we got some good stuff here. Just kind of wanted to feel what it was like from you as a human running instead of just a name.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was kind of
It
just
was
like
fun,
a
you
lot
know?
of people dismissed. You know.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I said, I only found the main negative. I found was that fake news report that came out, but I was able to kind of get through that, and it really didn't affect me that bad. But just the fact that it's out there. You know?
Yeah.
It was. I think when reality really hit me is when I walked into Fox 17. Because I walk into a news studio, and it's all lit up and everything, and there sits Scott Couch,
Yeah.
and Erica, and I'm like, wow, this is real,
This is real. Did you meet what was his name? David Ditmore? Did you meet him? He's like a producer there for those special types. He was the one I was in contact with. But
yeah.
he
Well,
was
you probably
real
be on a
nice
little
guy.
different level because your profession, with the
Well,
acting and stuff.
Yeah. And so he wrote some little thing about referencing that, and I was like, all right, that. Yeah, just kind of a fun little icebreaker.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, good for them for having everyone on and everyone. I did see that Reverend Carr. They've had him on multiple things because he was there during
his activism and his affordable. Because and with him, let's just say I had won it. Not saying I would have. And I know I wouldn't have. But if I had, first thing I would have done was appointed him as housing director. First thing.
Because of his work in that field.
I would have tried to get Hacker in as a medical, whatever he does, as something in that. Everybody that would have wanted a job would have had something, because I don't feel like I made any enemies at all in that. Maybe Ralph, but nobody's a friend of Ralph's,
His wife was really nice to me backstage at the Meharry.
She was nice to me too. Yeah.
And then he was, I guess we could say, professionally cordial.
Yeah.
He was never rude, but he wasn't.
It's funny because I friended him on Facebook like early on, and then within a couple of days, once I think he figured out who I was or something, that I was in that, he he didn't unfriend me, but he cut me off on the ability to comment.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And how were your interactions with Carol?
Well, she was nice. She's a little bit hard to get to know, but she was kind of giving me some, just like her and Jeff Carr both. They were both giving me kind of coaching, tips on public speaking.
Okay, great.
Public speaking is one of my weakest points that I've got, and like I said earlier, like one-on-one in a group of 5 or 10, whatever, I'm fine. But when it gets big enough to use a mic, because the sound reverberating back
it's
to
a
me,
different
messes me up
animal.
with my ears and stuff,
And you, she was always really nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you made a connection with Carlin?
Well, Carlin, Jeff Carr, now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's it was fun. Like I said, and I got to meet Harold Love, and he's actually a friend of another friend of mine, so that worked out nice,
great.
And he seemed like a nice guy, and he actually told me that if he were to win it, he'd appoint me as fleet director, which is the kind of the job I was interested in the first place.
Dang, too bad. I don't think he's running again next year, though.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Next year is going to be real. This was basically a practice.
Who do you see running next year?
Well, we know Briley will. He's too brain dead not to. Freeman, I'm pretty sure will be in it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain Freeman will be in it. Fox will probably be in it.
Wow.
There's going to be some big names because there's too much money to
that sounds really exciting right there.
Yeah. So just by the big names and all the millions of dollars, put it this way, just like Jeff Carr said, money starts at $1 million to run next year. If you don't start with $1 million, don't even think about it.
I can't help it though.
Mm-hmm. you gonna do it? You gonna do it?
I don't know. It seems like It seems like there's plenty of big eyes that need to be poked.
Oh God! Yeah.
and I feel like I'm the guy that I could kind of do it from a shield of of comedy or whatever.
You could do it too.
But yeah, that's where I was like, I want to hear from some of these, because it seems like we got rushed. It was almost like there was the cattle call. We were in and out in a month. Mm-hmm. Every event, there were so many people there. So when we're backstage in the green room getting ready, one time to get a picture with everyone that before that last forum, that was a 30-minute ordeal.
Yeah.
Being like, trying to interrupt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was the one where David Briley, he didn't. I was the only one he talked to because I think everyone else is an actual competitor. I think for me, he's like, what's your deal here? I tried to get him to admit that he'd been to a head shop, and he
Riley?
he
You
didn't.
talking like a weed shop?
Yeah,
Had he been?
he denied it.
Yeah.
But it was one that was in Hillsborough Village, like when I was growing up. I was like, you know what I'm talking about? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, oh, I see. Clever boy.
I don't know if you knew it or not, but I actually on that Fox 17 interview and a couple other places, I made a pledge to the police department. You know about that?
No.
I pledged $30,000 of the mayor's paycheck if I got elected.
Oh,
to
nice.
go to the police department, and that was basically a good.
Would that cover the raises, or?
Well, no, not by any means.
Okay.
Not by a long shot. No, it was more or less a good faith gesture to show that I was serious about getting the budget and stuff turned around in the police department's favor and getting them what they need.
Okay.
You know, because, you know, we all know what the police do and all, you know, their sacrifices and all that. Why are they being cut? You know, why are we getting a soccer field and Amazon and all this craziness going on, but we got to cut police department, fire department, and
The teachers. The teachers.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
All of it in general. What is that? I can't see what it is.
Do we need to let you go so we can?
No.
check
Oh,
on it?
it's looks
Is
like
it
UPS.
or
That's
something?
UPS.
Yeah.
That's okay. No, we're fine. But anyway, but yeah, it was a fun and interesting event for sure, or experience. And I had a skydive scheduled for the Bellevue thing. The Bellevue picnic we all went to. I think didn't you come and visit? But you didn't set up a thing.
I didn't. I didn't go to that one.
Okay. Well, I had everything was set, already cleared with the FAA. Everything was set. I already had the airplane lined up and everything. And the night before, somebody fussed about it and canceled, and Bellevue canceled it. From what I understood of it, Briley fussed. I don't know. I can't prove that, but word has
Canceled
it
what?
Briley fussed about it because I was going to get free or whatever, exposure over and above what they're getting. Because I was going to make my grand entrance.
You were going to skydive into the Bellevue picnic?
Yeah. It was already approved through Bellevue and everything.
Are you
Everything was
serious?
dead serious. The night before the jump is when they canceled it.
And so the people organizing the picnic were like,
They were
sorry,
loving it.
you can't land, you
No,
can't skydive into our
They
event."
were loving it at first. The night before, they said, well, we got problems. I'm like, what? And what happened was they sent out an email to all the other candidates saying, hey, I'm doing this. Y'all be there to cheer him on or something to that effect. And from what I was told, Briley fussed.
And canceled
canceled
your skydiving introduction. Oh my God.
I was going to jump in with flags and everything. Flags smoked the whole shooting match.
What?
Yeah. It's going to be a full, just like you'd see in a football game or a NASCAR race.
Can you?
Just like we do on those.
And well, I guess with the number of jumps you've done, you can land on could you land on this car? Or, in
Throw a record album down there and I'll land on it.
That is insane.
Yeah. I'll land, yeah. The whole thing is, it's
Damn,
flying a
and he
parachute
got
just
you.
like landing a plane. How you know you can land on the runway? How you know you're gonna pull up to a stop sign and stop on the mark?
Pure luck?
No. It's done it so many times.
Yeah. So practice
Jumping out of an
makes
airplane,
perfect.
landing parachute stuff is just like driving a car. You never forget.
When you jumped with Reverend Carr, is that
I
tandem?
jumped with my video, just jump.
Is he attached to someone?
Yeah, he did a tandem. Yeah.
Yeah. So your first, how many you're connected with?
Yeah.
To someone. Yeah.
The first jump.
So that was his
time
first
usually
one.
is tandem. Yeah.
You took him to his first one. Dude, that's great.
Yeah. And I flew with him. I flew literally right up about 2 feet from his face.
What's it cost?
It's about $200.
$200.
Yeah, 199, 200, whatever you want to call
And
it.
it's a whole day thing.
2 hours, 3 hours.
But I mean, you drive down. It's an hour drive.
By the time you drive to Tullahoma, do your jump, and then get out and go back home, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
It's a half a day of affair.
But
But this way, we left his house at 10 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we was back.
Okay.
He lives over by the airport, so he's on that side of town.
Damn, I want to do that sometime.
You go? Let's go.
All right, let me go. Let me raise
Probably
$200.
wait till spring.
Yeah.
Right now it's cold. I don't even jump when it's cold like this.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go and I'll make a jump just to stay current, stay active, but not like jumping to be jumping, you know.
How often do you jump?
Well, when it's warm, I try to jump every weekend.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
3 to 5 jumps a day minimum.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Parachute rig and everything's in the house here.
Damn. So if I run for mayor again, can you land in on one of my events?
Sure can.
Okay.
Just let me know where and make sure I got enough room to do it.
Yeah. So then
I
you
don't
have to
generally
clear
take
something.
jobs this small. Like
Yeah.
this. I try to make sure it's like in a big open field somewhere.
And was the Bellevue picnic in is in a giant parking lot or something? Or someone's field?
Well, that was going to be kind of a hairy jump, but I could have done it
Yeah.
because the landing area was a slope like this. I was going to land across it,
Oh.
and I could have done it. I may have rolled it in, but I would have done it.
Yeah. Damn, that would have been so great.
Yeah.
Um,
It was actually publicized. It was on the news that I was going to do it, and then they turned around and had announced it was canceled.
who on what news was it?
It was on 5 actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
They just said that there was a skydiver planning to jump in. They didn't say who it was.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I had 3 or 4 of those planned, and like 2 of them got washed out with weather.
Okay.
So I couldn't do it. One was at Cornerstone Church.
Did
So-
you do it?
Washed out with weather.
Oh, okay.
So,
Damn.
but yeah, but we're I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I seriously doubt I'll do it again.
Well, if you don't do it again, then you're welcome to skydive into one of my events.
Well, even if I do it again, I'll still skydive one of your events.
I'm like, and here's another thing. Damn it!
And
Like
it don't have to
land
be a
on me.
mayor. It don't have to be a mayor campaign. If you've got some event somewhere that you want somebody to jump into, I'll do it.
Let's talk off the record because I do have an event.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of skydiving, I guess we'll end on a high note.
Uh-huh.
And I want to say thank you for your time. man.
definitely.